So welcome to a new series that I'm trying out. It's called Movie Pitch, and I'll be pitching ideas for what the DCU can do for the Batman side of the DC universe. So I think James Gunn should use this dynamic duo movie as the first movie, and the reason for that is it sets up this version of Batman quite well, even though he's not going to be the main character, as a Batman who's kept at an arm's length. A Batman who could be set in complete mystery, in darkness. You don't even have to really cast an actor for that yet. You could just keep him in the shadows, and I think the movie should end with Dick becoming Nightwing, and also have the iconic Death in the Family storyline, where Jason is kidnapped and killed by the Joker. I haven't even touched on the fact that we could potentially get a Batman cameo in Clayface. Then official movie number 2 is The Brave and the Bold, and we're obviously going to have Batman and Damian Wayne in there, and of course Alfred will be there, but in terms of the Bat family members that I want in there, I want Dick Grayson Nightwing, Barbara Gordon as Oracle at this point, and I also want Tim Drake and Cassandra Cain thrown in there. So because now we've had 2 movies to build up this Batman as kind of a mysterious and almost untrustworthy, very dark figure, that would kind of create debate amongst the audience as to whether or not he's a positive influence on Damian's life, and Damian's already a messed up individual anyway. The reason I want Dick in there as Nightwing is because he adds a positive spin on Batman's teachings, because he went off and became a great hero in his own right. And for Barbara, I want her to be Oracle at this point, not just because at some point in the near future I want a Birds of Prey movie proper, but I also think that could create a negative spin on Bruce's teachings with her being crippled. Now, some people say we're going to skip over Tim Drake if we're going straight to Damian, but honestly, I think there's potential for him to be Robin whilst Damian is introduced, because it creates a lot of conflict between him and Damian, which is a recurring theme across the comics. You could have Tim being kind of jealous that Batman's got a new student around, not to mention his biological son, which kind of pushes him to the side. And also, I want a proper version of Cassandra Cain. I mean, she was kind of done dirty in Birds of Prey in the DCEU, plus her and Damian are lovers in the comics, so it's natural. Alright, so the first movie has set up already the Bat family, so now for the sequel to that movie. And that's definitely got to be the Red Hood storyline, where Jason Todd battles the Bat family, and don't have it just be an episodic story in which Jason is turned good in the end, which he inevitably will be, but let it have actual dire consequences on the Bat team, where Bruce is forced to retire and someone like Dick has to take over. And if they're going to do a trilogy, that of course leaves for all of the Robins to band together. It would also be freaking awesome if Red Hood could get a spin-off series and we could get Red Hood and the Outlaws. We're already getting a Teen Titans movie, so that's just my idea of how they could use the Bat family in the DCU. What do you guys think?